Yes, boys, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'll be giving up my best bets for UFC 299. This card is absolutely stacked from top to bottom. Last week, we didn't do well. That snapped our 5-event win streak. We were minus 1.09 units. So, you know, if we're gonna lose small, and that's what we kind of did. So, 5-event win streak kind of went down the drain, but it's all good. We're up, a decent amount of money so far this year, and I have a max bet for this card. We are 8-0 on max bets, looking to make it 9-0. So stay tuned for this betting breakdown. I don't really have many unders. I don't have many unders or overs in terms of rounds, like under 1.5, no under 1.5s, under 2.5s, etc. etc. No unders or overs in this on this card. I just don't really like any unders or overs. I think these fights could go over. A lot of them probably will go over, in my opinion, so gotta stay off that. And a lot of money line bets and a lot of strike number bets, which I'm very successful with so far in my betting, handicapping career. So yeah, let's get right into it. Money line bet number 1 is gonna be Joanne Wood taking on Maddalena. I think this line is kind of off, man. At plus 187, I got her at. I think that a 1 unit play, it's a decent play in my opinion. I think that Joanne Wood's gonna, be looking to go out on a win here for her retirement fight. I think that she will be the minute winner on the feet, and if Maddalena doesn't get this fight done and done early in round 1, I think that Joanne Wood wins this fight pretty comfortably. Second and third round, I think that the minute winning ability on the feet will be pay dividends when this fight goes on and on. So yeah, John Wood, 1 unit for plus 187. Our next bet is going to be Michel Pereira. I also forgot to mention we were up 67 units this over the past 12 months. So yeah, pretty successful over the past 12 months. Looking to get to 100 by the middle of this year. So yeah, let's keep this momentum going into 2024. So yeah, very happy with how we're doing so far with this handicapping stuff. I'm just trying to provide you guys with my best bets, best analysis possible, and I think I'm doing that so far, so I hope you guys appreciate it. Anyway, our next bet is going to be Michel Pereira taking on Michel Pereira. I think that Michel Pereira on the outside, his longer strikes on the outside at minus 138, I think I got him at for 2 units. I think that on the outside, he'll have the minute winning ability. I think that he'll negate Michel Pereira's pressure with the longer range attacks. I think that Michel Pereira will be dangerous early, but I think over a distance, 15 minutes, I think that Michel Pereira is the minute winner here and can look for takedowns. Michel has nothing off his back, terrible takedown defense, and yeah, I think that Michel Pereira, if he's smart with a good game plan here, I think he will be able to implement that against Michel in this matchup. Our next fight is going to be, next bet is going to be Maycee Barber minus 175 for 2.5 units. I think Maycee Barber is going to be landing the harder strikes over the 15 minutes here. I think that the judges will see that in this matchup, and I think that the more dangerous fighter also is Maycee Barber. I just like her. I just like her power advantage in this matchup. I think that Katlyn Chookagian is a good minute winner in this 125 division, but I think that Maycee Barber will be landing the harder shots, will be the more dangerous striker, and that's how I think she'll win this matchup, just by landing the harder shots, seeing the judges seeing the damage on Katlyn Chookagian's face at the end of each round, and we'll be like, yeah, I think Maycee Barber won that round purely based on damage. So yeah. And then our max bet off the card is going to be Curtis Razor Blaydes taking on Jailton Almeida. 4 unit play at minus 110. I'm very confident in this guy, man. I think that, honestly, I really do think that Jailton Almeida is out of his depth in this division, man. Yes, I know he's dominated every single person, but they're obese. They're literally obese fighters, and he's fighting Curtis Blaydes. He has really good wrestling, very, very good striking, good boxing. I mean, his defensive boxing isn't the best, but I don't think he has to worry about it in this matchup against Jailton Almeida here. I think all he has to do is, stuff the takedowns, beat this guy on the feet with his leg kicks, with his good boxing, power advantage, strength advantage, and, people were saying, oh, there's only a 13-point difference. I think there was in the end, which I'm not gonna lie, is kind of surprising. I think Jailton Almeida has bulked up for this fight slightly. I think he was like 235, so that's why I was expecting him to be 20 pounds lighter, but he's like 245 for this fight. So yeah, he's definitely bulked up, taking this a lot more serious. I think he understands this guy's a different level compared to Derek Lewis and other guys. So yeah, I know Derek Lewis beat Curtis Blaydes, but that's not going to be a high clip, let's be honest here. So, yeah, I think that Curtis Blaydes is going to have the striking ability to keep to win the minutes, you know, have the power advantage on the feet, definitely, and I think he'll be able to stop the takedowns off Jailton Almeida, especially in that second and third round. If this gets out of round 1, I think Jailton Almeida is going to be cooked in this matchup. So give me Curtis Blaydes to win this matchup by KO round 2. Our next moneyline bet is going to be Petr Yan taking on Song Yadong. I think that Petr Yan's going to have the more crisp striking, the more technical striking, especially in the inside. I think that Song Yadong has very good boxing, don't get me wrong, and probably has the power advantage, but I think that Petr Yan will be able to, you know, land the more efficient strikes, if that makes sense. I think that Yan's going to be blocking more of Song Yadong's strikes, while Petr Yan's going to be, you know, hurting Yadong with multiple shots, inflicting damage with every strike he throws. And I think he's just a better technical fighter overall. Song Yadong, you know, I've been saying this kid's going to be very good. He was only 24 years of age, I'm pretty sure. This guy's got a bright future in the bantamweight division, don't get me wrong. But right now, I think this is a good bounce back spot for Petr Yan to get the win here and, you know, remind people why he's one of the best bantamweights in the world. So yeah, give me Petr Yan by decision. I have a 2-unit play at -138. Not the best line, but honestly, I line this guy at like -170, to be honest. I know Petr Yan's his confidence might be low coming off 3 back-to-back losses, so you know, I understand that point. It's a valid point, but you know, I'm going to trust Petr Yan to overcome that you know, challenge and you know, win this fight pretty comfortably. 30-27, maybe 29-28 if Song Yadong wins the first round, but it's not like Song Yadong is a fast starter either. You know, in his other fights, he's actually been quite a slow starter against Ricky Simone, Corey Sandhagen, you know, other fights like that. So this notion that Song Yadong's going to easily win the first round and Petr Yan's going to have to play catch up, I just don't get it. So yeah, I think that I've got a strong read on this fight for Petr Yan moneyline. And then our next moneyline bet is going to be Jack Della Maddalena -110 for 2 units. I think that Jack Della Maddalena's boxing overall is just going to be too much for Gilbert Burns. I think that Gilbert Burns' best chance is round 1. Get this to the ground and sub this guy, but honestly, outside of round 1, I don't think that Gilbert Burns is going to be able to wrestle this guy to the ground, and definitely on the feet, I just don't think he has the tools to match Jack Della Maddalena from that longer boxing range with the jabs, you know, with the jabs, with the straight punches that Gilbert Burns has struggled with in the past. So give me JDM by 3rd round KO. I think that he will, you know, be able to add up the damage and hurt Gilbert Burns in the 3rd round and put him out. So yeah, give me a JDM by 3rd round TKO. And then our next bet is going to be Dustin Poirier taking on Benoit Saint-Denis, 1.5 units at +185, I think it was. I love this play, man. I think that I do understand why Benoit Saint-Denis is the favourite, but at -220 favourite? I just don't get it, honestly. I think that Benoit Saint-Denis, he's a very good fighter, don't get me wrong. He's a very good fighter. I backed him in many fights. I backed him against Thiago Moises, backed him in other fights as well. So I do understand it, but this is a massive step up in competition from Steamroller Favola to Dustin Poirier. I understand Dustin Poirier has had weaknesses to guys like Benoit Saint-Denis with the grappling, with the submission ability, with the wrestling, you know, with the kicks as well, but I think that Dustin Poirier can dog this guy out, man. It kind of sounds a bit weird, not gonna lie, but you know what I mean. I think that Dustin Poirier can outdog this guy in a dogfight. Dustin Poirier is the best fighter we've ever seen in the UFC. I mean, this guy is so tough, so durable, absolute dog inside him. And I think that you know, Dustin Poirier in a dogfight that I do see this being, I think Dustin Poirier can win. I think that Benoit Saint-Denis probably wins the fight, but as a value play, I think that Dustin Poirier it's like 51% Benoit, 49% Dustin Poirier. So I could see this fight going either way. I don't really have a strong, you know, pick exactly for this matchup, but I think the value play from my betting strategy, this is how I bet. I kind of bet on value a lot, just like Joanne Wood. I like the value play on her, but as the value play, I think that Dustin Poirier is definitely the side in this matchup. And our next bet is going to be Munoz by submission. I think that, you know, Kyler Phillips plus 1,300 on this. I think that Kyler Phillips does slow down as the fight goes on, and you know, if Kyler Phillips shoots takedowns when he's gassed to rest, and you know Pedro Munoz has many guillotines on his resume. He subbed guys like Rob Font, for example, you know, subbed him with a guillotine, and subbed like 3 other guys in the UFC with guillotine. He hasn't done it in like 7 years, which I get, but people are not shooting takedowns like that on Pedro Munoz, and Pedro Munoz, like I said, has a nasty guillotine, black belt in jiu-jitsu, and I think that Kyler Phillips, you know, when he shoots for a takedown, he does like to mix it up. He'll be looking for a rest to get on top here, and if he does that against Pedro Munoz, I could see Pedro Munoz snatching up a neck here and getting the submission victory. So yeah, and yeah, here are the rest of my bets. As you can see here, we are absolutely crushing the books with our, you know, strike number props. But this week, man, I found some very good lines. I think I found very good lines. Some of the lines I don't think you can get anymore. I think all of them have actually moved. So if you're on my Twitter, Sicky Does MMA, stay tuned for these bets on a Friday at around 12 p.m. GMT time, around like 7 a.m. Eastern time. So yeah, very happy with these bets that I placed, and you're looking very confident on this card, man. I really am very confident. These bets have been crushing. So you know, I decided this week, you know, I was absolutely trying to hammer the books with these bets, because like as we've seen here, we're 8-0 so far with these bets. You can only have these bets on Bet365, so for you Americans out there, you may not have it in your state. But yeah, very confident on this card, boys. Hope you guys enjoyed this breakdown video. Tried to make it very brief because I have so many bets in this card. If you guys enjoyed that, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and yeah, let's cash these tickets on Saturday, tomorrow night at UFC 299. Have a good day, boys. See you in the next one. Peace. Actually, wait, I'll be having my breakdown will be out on Sunday, so yeah, stay tuned for that. I will see you in the next one, boys. Have a good day. Peace.